Welcome to Queens Public Library's Culture Bridge program's Lunar New Year. Hello, I'm Gustavo Segredo. QPL is open for its to-go service, so you can pick up and return materials at dozens of locations. To learn more about our to-go services, other virtual QPL programs, or to access digital services or to get an e-card, visit queenslibrary.org. You can take QPL with you wherever you are. Our digital materials are available 24/7 from anywhere with an internet connection. This month, we are celebrating Black History Month with programs focusing on advocacy, the arts, education, and health. We are also celebrating Library Lovers Month with our annual photo contest, and for the entire year, QPL is celebrating its 125th anniversary. Look out for our special programs, challenges, book list, and more. QPL is proud to have served the people of Queens since 1896, providing customers with the resources they need to advance in their lives. To learn more about all of these initiatives, visit queenslibrary.org.
Hello. Happy Lunar New Year. 안녕하세요. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Welcome to Soyoung's Corner. And today we will be making 삼계탕, healthy Korean soup. 오늘은 도서실에서 삼계탕을 준비해 달라고 해서 만들어 보는 시간을 가지겠습니다. We will make a 삼계탕 and we will spend the time to learn benefits of different ingredients. Let's get started. We're gonna start with the ingredients, and I have here Cornish hen, and we have important ingredients, ginseng, and I'll talk a little bit more about it later, and jujube, which I started to soak, and I have here large jujube, and it's been soaked overnight. And as I mentioned, that's the ginseng, and then I also soaked it. And we need chestnut. This is my mother's recipe, and as I mentioned earlier, my mother is over 80 years old, and she's been cooking since very young. So she buys chestnuts in fall, and she take outside layer and then she dries them, and whenever she makes a samgyetang, she soak it overnight again. So I have here about like 10 chestnuts, dried chestnuts soaked. And we will need garlic. So here I have 4 cloves of garlic from California. And I have sweet Korean sweet rice. It says 한국 mi means Korean sweet rice. chapsal, Korean sweet rice, chapsal. And we will only use like 1 cup or a little bit less than 1 cup because I'm using Cornish hen. If you buy regular chicken, you might able to fit more than 1 cup of sweet rice. So I have here sweet rice prepared. So we'll wash and then stuff the chicken. And I have read in somewhere that it's good to use Cornish hen because the samgyetang is a really special dish to increase energy, appetite, and immune system, and it is recommended to use young chicken that's less than 6 months old, and most of the times it did not have a lot of fat. So when you make a samgyetang, you can already see it has glowing fat floating on top, but that's not same as the regular chicken with lots of fat when you open up the chicken. So I bought Cornish hen, and it says no antibiotics ever. So I guess that it means it is healthy. So I have here chicken, and I will, I said please clean it well. So I already cleaned and put it in the refrigerator, but I will wash it one more time. And sometimes people talk about using the organs comes in a little bag, which is neck and heart, and sometimes kidney, and some people likes to cook in the soup and some doesn't. And so I already have one that is already almost finishing finished cooking. So I will show you what does end product look like, because it will take a while to cook this, and we will cook it of course, and I will talk in depth about each ingredient's benefits, why Koreans eat samgyetang in the summer when it's so hot. Would you normally think that we should eat drink iced coffee, iced tea, ice cream? Why Koreans eat hot samgyetang during the summer? And what does it mean by it lowers body temperature? Is it good or bad? And I will explain it all that. So now I just wanted to show you what has been boiling in here, and here goes. samgyetang. And it smells delicious. And I'm going to turn it off now. And start make one that is going to be prepared to start a new batch. So you just saw how it will look like, and then we will start a new batch. So I needed to put this away. Before we continue, it was very considered rare from the time where they had a hard time finding ginseng. So here I have 2 pieces of ginseng left because I soaked one and I used one. It's original ginseng company called Goryeo. If you didn't know, Korea, the word Korea came from Goryeo, and it was a dynasty, and so my mother buys this ginseng, and it says dried ginseng root, and it says Goryeo Insam. So I remember trying to look at it. 2.82 ounces bag is $38. So consider each ginseng, maybe with the tax, one of these ginseng root is about over $4, $4 to $5, but it is worth it. We'll talk about the benefit of that. Okay, so I put the ginseng over here, and you're gonna ask, So Young, what is this? This is Korean red ginseng extract gold. So actually that's dried ginseng, and this is dried ginseng made into extract, and it comes like this. And every day I still have some left. Really tiny. Smell is really strong, but it's delicious. Tiny spoonful mixed in hot water, and we will make a tea for energy and appetite. So this is one of those different forms of ginseng. And some of you who say, oh, that is too expensive. This is over $150. But it lasts a really long time. It says this ginseng is over 6 years old. Okay? And you say, no, that is too expensive. I don't want to spend money on that. Then you can get ginseng tea. So it is also made by Goryeo Insam company. So here it is. Cut it, and one bag into a little bit, less than maybe 6 ounces water. If you want to have 8 ounces, you can open up 2 of them. And sometimes people used to think that ginseng look like a person. And if you can tell, ginseng also flowers. And you can see on top there's ginseng flower. Okay? So we talked about ginseng, and I explained to you about the benefit of ginseng and different people. So here is sweet rice, and I will wash it. I already washed it earlier, so it didn't get dried up, so I will wash it just a little bit more time. I washed it twice and then left it there, and then it gets a little dry. Okay. So, here is sweet rice, garlic, jujube, red dates, and ginseng, and dried chestnuts, and be ready to go into chicken. Okay, so Koreans use toothpick, or if this is big chicken, sometimes they cut the chopstick into half and insert knife here and make a hole, and then they stuff it in the legs. That's another way of doing it. So here's a Cornish hen, and I will put maybe 1 or 2 garlic in there. See, there's a chicken, and I'll put I will maybe cut the dates. There's a dates seed. Dates. And then I will put some dried chestnut. And now there's no more room too much, so I'll put the rice in there. Maybe not too many dates. Maybe 1 date can get it. Stuff it in. When I go like this, you can stretch a little bit, and then more rice can go in there. See? Then I'll take a toothpick. Close it up. I may need another one. Sometimes blades. Okay. And some people say, oh, I don't want to have this part of the chicken. I don't want to have a little bit of end of the wings. They all going into chicken soup, so I don't usually waste them and then throw them out. So after I do that, you can cut the 2 places over here, or tie these chicken legs separately. But because it's so tiny and it's already we closed this area, I don't see any reason why we have to do that. So I just leave it the way it is. You see? Chicken is stuffed, and so I will place it in the pot like here. I think that will be around enough. I put the chicken in there. Maybe I needed to do more. when we start to cook chicken, water will go down, as you know. And also, if you are using regular adult chicken, don't walk away, because you will see the white foam, and then you have to use later, and you have to scoop it out once in a while, so you cannot leave the kitchen. If it's a young ones, it's hardly it will have a big fat and the foam to scoop it out, so there will be no problem. So now I put it. And the chestnut, most important teachings here. So, we'll talk about, meanwhile, the ingredients again and the steps. Okay. I forgot to put this to garlic, and we needed to put more garlic. So let me get some more garlic. Ajos is garlic in Spanish, and I got this one from Spain, and it has holes in ceramic jar, so garlics can breathe, so it stays there fresh. This is a really good one. Once garlic is dried, you don't, and you leave it out, it's not moistened, so you can just cut it and then put it in there. So it's prepared to ready to go. You may ask, don't you put salt or pepper and other ingredients? No. You already have all the needed ingredients in there. And I'll talk about how you serve it later. Okay? 2 little lonely cloves left. Let it stay there to dry for a while. Okay. It is very important we learn about nutritional values of the chicken soup. So it's very important we talk about that. Okay. I research a lot in Google, and these are the ones that I gathered information from different sources. Also, if you realized, even in times of Hanukkah, there is no one particular way you to spell, because it's not English. Same thing with the samgyetang. Some people spell S-A-M-G-Y-E, tang, and I spelled SAMGUETANG, tang, so it's okay. Samgyetang, the hot and filling samgyetang is a popular dish during the hot summer days in Korea and even in New York. And you may say why Koreans eat hot soup in summertime. The basic principle is actually scientific. It's wise that to understand that in order to reinvigorate the body, one should treat heat with heat. In Chinese, it's called 一言七言, okay? Fight fire with fire. According to Oriental medicinal theory, in the summer days, blood circulates near the skin to cool the body. This results in poor blood circulation in our internal organs, which translates to internal organs remaining cool because heat in our normal organs is not surfaced to the skin. Effect of this can be poor appetite and exhaustion. That's why Koreans eat samgyetang. It increases the blood circulation and in the internal organs, and it helps restore energy and appetite. So even though you say this is not summertime, in the winter time, we, like Americans, eat chicken soup when someone has cold. It's the same thing. We eat samgyetang winter time also because I thought about during COVID-19, one of the symptoms of COVID-19 is having high fever. So we want to bring the fever down. So when we eat chicken soup, our body will sweat. Then it will break the fever. So samgyetang is not just considered a warm dish because the soup is served hot. But in Korea, we have an encyclopedia of Oriental medicine called 동의보감. In there, it mentions it's a healthy, warm ingredients we used, which are good for the body. So we're gonna look into now ginseng, benefit of ginseng. Ginseng, this is now chestnut. So ginseng is right here. Okay. Ginseng, it is a herb. It provides nutrients, speed up metabolism, and helps to restore energy. And then other spice, as you've seen, and the garlic helps blood circulation and also detoxes and sterilizes the blood, the body, in our body. Now, jujube neutralizes poisons and strengthens the digestive system, again to help blood circulation and help organ function. And then of course, you know, there's lots of benefits of chicken. So let's first talk about chicken. Chicken broth is rich with essential fatty acids and protein. It helps our body repair healthy muscle and bone, skin, and blood cells. Chicken broth is also a rich source of minerals like iron. So when I looked it up, chicken broth's benefit, it has selenium that helps prevent and manage cardiovascular diseases and complications, including strokes and high cholesterol. And in chicken broth, we can find vitamin B12, vitamin C. It is antioxidant, and vitamin A, and D, and E, and K, and carnosine. Okay, I don't know, calcine or calcine. And benefit of ginseng, it helps us to have a better memory, more energy. It also has insulin production, so good for the people who has diabetes. And it also releases headaches. It's also stress reducer, anti-inflammatory, and menopause relief, immune booster, and it also improves mood, and it is also used for weight loss and improve lung function. So when I was sick with cold, severe cold symptoms in October, my mother made me samgyetang, and she bought that ginseng, and she had 4 pieces left. So when I said I'm making samgyetang, she gave that to me. And she bought honey, and she constantly made ginseng tea, me to drink with the honey and eat samgyetang to give you energy. But at the same time, all these ingredients I am talking about, you need to check with your doctor, because it's a natural herb. It is not proven medicine. So it's up to you. You want to use it in your, researchers have found that ginseng can reduce bacteria in the lungs, so it would be beneficial for people who have cystic fibrosis to breathe better. But this is also early stage of research, and so if you are into treating your body with the natural ingredients, you can do that. If not, you may have to consult with your doctor as well. Now we're going to talk about the chestnut. Okay, chestnuts are amazing nuts. We call it in Korean bam, and it also sounds the same as the word nighttime. So bam is chestnut and bam is night. They believe that chestnut is a high in fiber, low in fat and calories, and very versatile. It is considered brain food, and it has a vitamin B, crucial for brain's daily functions, and chestnut can control blood pressure, and it reduces chronic illness symptoms. It's really source of antioxidants, and slow the onset of osteoporosis. And as we age, and myself, our bones may begin to lose density and strength, and it is crucial to maintain a balanced level of copper and iron and magnesium to fortify your bone structures against the ravages of time. And chestnut, you guessed it, you wonder why in Europe that winter time you will sell chestnut, and it has such a good nutrient, high in copper, which helps the body process iron and increases absorption rates. And now let's just check how is our samgyetang is doing. I am assuming that it should have nice fat surfacing, and it should have a clear broth by now. But when I start to serve the soup, you will see it is a little bit light beige color because of jujube. So let's take a look. Let's have a peek. Okay. Here it goes. As I was mentioning, that it has natural fat coming to surface. Now I'm gonna move this because I want to use this to show you how it is done, and I'm gonna move this soup to regular stove, and I'm gonna put our chicken a little bit over here before I serve it. Okay. All right. You have seen the red one, jujube, and jujube helps people to sleep better. It is used in Chinese medicine. It helps people treat sleep problems. Jujube also is helpful for chronic constipation relief. Chronic constipation. And it also soothes anxiety. It's been proving that it has a calming effect on brain and nervous system. It helps relieve anxiety as well, and it's rich in vitamin C, regulates blood pressure, regulate blood circulation, and it improves bone strength. So far you can tell why samgyetang is served in Korea in summer, so many places. Okay, now I want to talk about in Korea when people eat samgyetang in the summertime. It's really introduced to Korea by Chinese people. Bok. Bok refers to day when the yin energy plunges before the soaring yang energy. And we say in summertime there's a beginning bok called chobok, middle bok, jungbok, and the last bok, malbok, and the beginning of the heat, chobok, falls on the 10th day of the 6th month of the lunar calendar. So if you remember, February 12th we began lunar calendar. You can count in the calendar or look it up in Google, and you can find 10th day of the 6th month of the lunar calendar. You should have samgyetang. After that, middle of jungbok, middle heat day, is the 20th day of the lunar calendar, 6th month. And then last, malbok, is the 10th day of the 7th month. So Koreans usually will try to eat samgyetang on those 3 days. Restaurants will be filled with Koreans with eating samgyetang. History of samgyetang actually goes way back to Korea's days of food scarcity. Beef was very rare because they did not want to kill the cows, because cows were very important to work in the field. So most of the times protein was provided by smaller animals like a pig and chicken. That's when they really started. So now samgyetang is considered such a important and valuable nutritional food. Mother-in-laws, okay, would even kill one chicken from backyard and prepare samgyetang when she knows the son-in-law will be visiting her. That because she wants her son-in-law have energy, and that tradition still continues. So it's good gesture. Families will say, "Let's go to have a samgyetang." Okay. I wanted to say that while we are waiting that I will be serving the food, we want to recognize that February will also celebrate Valentine's Day. And so I have two things I wanted to make. That is, when we serve a chicken, we can serve a chicken in open bowl, big bowl like this. Actually, this plate was given to me by my mother-in-law, and it actually says Han Cook in Korea. This is made in Korea, and you learn the Han Cook Mi. That means grain from Korea. So we can serve it in open bowl, or sometimes they will serve it in hot back pot. But this does not hold a lot, and my mother wanted to give me a huge one, and I said, "No, mommy, you keep that one." So we will serve both this open bowl and this rock pot. And right now I will prepare salt that goes into the soup, or person can choose to separate the chicken meat and take it out and then dip it in the sauce. Person can do it different ways. Actually, right now the soup is boiling, and I will turn this off, and just wanted to show you this is all prepared. So let me serve it and make a dipping sauce. So first that I will put whole chicken in the bowl, and we will separate. And I'll explain why do I have it in here. So I think our cutting board is dried up, so I can use this in here. So I will serve, take it out, and I'll show you. So here's one of the chestnut. Ginseng, that one that I showed you, became its own size. It's a ginseng. And you find the jujube. I think the jujube is underneath. So you take the whole skin out, chicken out. Wants to make sure you get to see the stuffed chicken, the rice cooked. And it is natural. It's cooked so well because it was young chicken. It's already falling apart. Very smooth. You can tell. There's a jujube, which also falling apart. I thought about, because of Valentine's Day, how romantic it is, idea of sharing a Cornish hen with each other. So I cut the Cornish hen in half, and rice is all cooked. This is Korean sweet rice, and there. And I want to share with you that in Korea, there's a famous samgyetang place, and they now made it into fusion. So I saw sliced Korean famous pickle. Korean pickles are very special. It's very crispy and thin and long. It does not have a seed, and we will make it into pickle. And I saw that sliced pickles were served on top, and they also need to put the blackened nuts and some chestnut, and of course we have chestnut, and they also need to put other nuts on top to serve. I never heard that, and since I left Korea such a long time ago. So that's another way of serving it. So now I will say sometimes they in the restaurants they serve tiniest Cornish hen in here. So that's this is there. And you may say, oh, who's gonna get ginseng? Whoever needs more energy. There's a chestnut. Preparing salt. I bought Himalayan salt a while back, and because it's pink for Valentine's Day, I wanted to say let's put 2 teaspoons of Himalayan salt and some black pepper. Dash of black pepper. And some of you may say, oh, you know what? We like a spice. Then I have here red powder. We can put some there. But after we finish, we'll be serving my family, and they don't like a spicy food, so I will just put it there. And here it is. And here's Koreans always serve with the fruit. So here is Korean apple. just wanted to share with you that I looked it up, and apple has to be eaten in the morning, in the afternoon, and nighttime should not have apple. So when you hear about 삼계탕 and the benefit of 삼계탕, it's really healthy because it's helping to blood with the blood circulation, and it helps people have energy. So that's why 삼계탕 is usually considered good for the senior citizens as well. And also, it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Anytime you can have 삼계탕. So I hope that you enjoyed today's program, and you can make tea, ginseng tea, and then you can have 삼계탕 together. And I remember that somebody brought this antique musical teapot from Japan really long time ago. And so I wanted to say happy Lunar New Year and Valentine's Day, and let's have a good 삼계탕 with soothing music and tea. And may you all be safe and be well. So, bye bye now. 이렇게 오셔서 감사드립니다. 네, 어머니가 만들어주시는 삼계탕 레시피를 해봤는데 좋은 시간이 되셨는지 모르겠네요. 네, 안녕히 계세요.